سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Shukran, Imam C. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of mercy, of grace, of compassion, and of forgiveness, we as a nation in the Gambia continue to submit ourselves under your rule, under your control, unreservedly. We continue to ask that during this lockdown situation and the COVID-19, that your mercy will be over this nation, this land, that you will continue to protect and defend the people of this land. Lord, even as we sit in the Trrc, we ask, Lord, that your Holy Spirit will be with us, be with all that will be testifying, and be with the audiences those who will be following the television and the radio station. We ask that you will grant calmness and that you will grant that the witness will testify with truth and grant the commission to be able to discern between truth and falsehood. And at the end of the day, we ask that the due process of the law will take its course, and you, the judge of all men, will be the final judge of what we do. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop Odeko. Council, I believe we're continuing with our theme from yesterday. If we're ready with this morning's witness, please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience or TRRC staff present. We are ready to proceed with the witness. It's still on the same theme that we started yesterday. That is the prison system in this country. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I, Lamin Korta.
I, Lamin Korta,
Do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I'll speak the truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
See. Good morning, Mr. Korta. Welcome to the TRRC.
Good morning, lead counsel.
You are called as a witness to testify about the prison service. This is an institutional hearing on the prison system, and the Commission wants to know about the problems in the prison system and the prison service, which have led to violations of rights of inmates, with a view to be able to not only identify the rights violations and abuses that occurred in the prisons, but also what institutional reforms can be made in order to make the prison what it is supposed to be, in line with the United Nations standard minimum rules for treatment of prisoners. For today, we would wish you to testify about your background and your time in the Gambia Prison Service. We want you to talk about the conditions in the prisons. Those are the physical conditions. We would want you to talk about the food or the diet in the prisons, the issue of the denial of medical treatment to inmates, the unlawful detention of people in the security wing, torture of prisoners or detainees by prison officers and also by the NIA, the denial of discharge of inmates having completed their term, the abuse of prison staff, and the stealing of rations by prison officers.
Are you ready and willing to talk about these subjects?
Yes.
And in which language would you like to speak? Feel free to speak in whatever language you wish. English, Mandinka, Wolof, whatever you're comfortable speaking in.
I've started with English. I think it's okay. I can continue with English.
Okay. But nonetheless, Mr. Chair, I'd ask that we still maintain yesterday's approach, wherein we have interpretation also in the Mandinka language, just for the benefit of the audience who are watching at home. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
So, what are your full names, Mr. Witness?
My full name's Lamin Korta.
Could you kindly give us your date and place of birth?
My date of birth is 28th of March, 1958.
Place of birth?
I was born in Khartoum village, Combo South, West Coast region.
Could you kindly tell us a bit about your educational background?
I went to Khartoum Primary School, 1965 to 1971. When I started my common entrance examination, I proceeded to Latrikunda Secondary Technical School from 1971 to 1975.
What did you do upon completion of secondary school?
I first joined the Gambia Prison Service 1977, 1st of August.
Can we have the interpretation, please? Okay. The Mandinka interpretation.
Yes.
Oh, okay, can you pick it up from here then? Yes. All right. You said you joined the Gambia Prison Service in which year?
Idunta Gambia la kasibungoto dogunda sanjuma.
So I continue in Mandinka.
In English?
Okay.
And
1st of August, 1977.
Okay, good. Could you tell us a bit about your time in the prison service, including your progression?
Ifo isa fo no nyodo mandinke bang ila tanya to yemen soto prison do bunda do.
Yes, at the time, prison was under central government at the time. What makes it different now is under the Interior, Ministry of Interior. But at that time, it was on the Ministry of Health. At that time, it was on the Ministry of Health. Until after 1981, after the abortive attempted coup of Kukoi, it was transformed and came under the auspices of Inspector General of Police at Interior. And I served from 77 to 82.
Could you hold on a second, please? Are we having problems in the interpretation booth? Okay, speak in Mandinka, all right? Okay. And they will interpret in English. I am sorry, Mr. Korta.
Okay, I can. There is no interpretation.
Mr. Mane, Mr. Mane, are you okay? Good. So the witness can speak in Mandinka, and then we do it like we did yesterday. Okay? Are we okay in the interpretation?
Yeah, it's all right here.
Okay, thank you very much. So you are saying that as at the time you joined, prisons was under the auspices of the Ministry of Health.
Prison bunda be jata kende bunda la minister bunda le koto.
Abol koto no ha.
It was under it, yes. And can you continue from there?
It was sitting kaboje.
They joined 77 kata 82.
I joined from 1977 to 1982.
Nata bula.
Then I left.
Then what ole prison nata sounding Interior koto.
It was then that the prison department was transferred under the auspices of Interior.
What Mel Foster was commissioner followed year.
At the time, Mel Foster was the commissioner.
Was what rankled under commissioner.
Because at that time, the highest rank was commissioner.
Commissioner, yes. So bring up 82.
So when I left in 82,
Tada kolea dole nata no so ngaje ko dal nte proceed la no ngabula.
I had some difficulties and I realized I couldn't continue, so I left.
Ala nata makoy nata doku dosiro 1983.
By the grace of God, I secured another job in 1983.
Tata training na management training course la jana junior training school.
I went on a management training course at the junior school, agricultural school.
February 15th kata end of March 1983 kono.
From the 15th of February to the end of March 1983.
Yes, o project ko ni database survey la kono no.
That project was on database surveying.
So 1984 to 85 in Adam promote.
Between 1984 and 85, I got promoted.
Nada ke field supervisor ti.
And I became a field supervisor.
Responsible for activities of field numerators.
Mr. Korta, are you reading out your CV from a document?
Yes.
Akoy munta ibenyi memfokanteng. Kaiti safari ngolo bebulu bakaran kan wala tubang.
Because not jotin scale.
Yes, because I took down some jotins.
It's a long time to be no.
If not, it's been a long time.
So I summarize it.
And I wouldn't be able to recall, so I summarized it.
It's not a problem. Let's just put it on the record that you are reading from notes that you prepared about your biographical information.
Nse kondine tanatije bitunga muntan laftale ay koyko ibe memfokanteng ifangale yo lu safe pour nyin kamala ko ya fa nyamen I hakilo se bono dolale bar bitunga ya safete nyamen isa tenteni no wonya.
Yeah, because commission la fonye ko ngana biography fenko ni safe report ni safe.
Yes.
Okay, ni sound nyendo ni lafta interest la prison la mala. Na active service to prison from 2008 to December last year, 2019. So odron se fonko no.
No, this
now
is
you
fine.
I left a big covalale. So fonga ngata from onset. Did.
If you want us to skip this, I can skip it and just talk about my time at the prison department from 2008 to 2017.
2019.
It's okay. You can proceed as you have started.
Tanatije isi tenten no koya da mutanyamen.
All right. So as supervisor responsible for field work.
I was there as a supervisor responsible for field work.
Yes. Kabo July 1985
From July 1985.
O project ko nata transfer to PPMU.
After the project ended, I was transferred to the PPMU.
It was project of agricultural code.
Which was a project under the agriculture department.
So new project is a unit member agriculture code PPMU, program planning and monitoring unit.
The PPMU project was under the Agriculture Ministry.
So as a field numerator.
I was there as a field numerator.
Up to 1992, Mbewoto.
I was there up to 1992.
From 85 Katafo 92.
From 1985 to 1992.
Yes. Kebon 92, April.
From April 1992.
Another contract also again.
I got a contract.
Yes, with Worldview International.
With Worldview International.
It's a Sri Lankan project. Headed by Nemal Matos. It's a Sri Lankan.
Are we having problems in the interpretation good?
No, he's speaking in English.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
The Worldview International.
I was at the Worldview International.
Post Kerewan.
I was posted to Kerewan.
As a field worker.
As a field worker.
Should I continue in English or Mandinka because it's confusing? When I speak sometimes,
you just but there are certain things I think you would be more easy. You can more easily say in English than in Mandinka. If you were to say field worker in Mandinka under a Sri Lankan project, that can be a bit complicated.
Okay.
So proceed.
Okay. Okay, project for 1992.
I was in that project up to 1992.
Project only phased out.
The project phased out.
So, in 1992,
in 1992, I got another job
Gambia Public Transport Corporation.
At the Gambia Public Transport Corporation.
As one-man operator.
As a one-man operator.
One-man operator do community.
The work of a one-man operator is you drive the vehicle.
At the same time, a conductor.
At the same time, you are the conductor.
You can inspect.
And you inspect yourself as well.
So, the first bite would lad.
I was among the first batch in the place.
Yes, because many current a certificate in your
because that time the requirement was for those that were educated and had certificates.
Because what after transport franconing, after reformula in a way, because dol bije wato a conductor tale a drive water.
At that time they wanted to reform the corporation.
Because illiteracy rate in new water.
Because the illiteracy rate was high. So they had some changes. We were recruited as the first batch.
So what was a special expression nata?
That was when the special express was established.
School bus nata.
The Dakar Road was established.
Units
and the school bus.
Tourist industry. Well, so what like a new one-man operator like operate will bacon.
Other units.
You drive at the same time you take a ticket of an anta.
That's what's when you drive and collect the tickets at the same time.
About 1996.
I was there up till 1996.
So not a prison officers in Yolje, and not a phone you sign lab falling cande. So I told Sifal Benjamin, Alianta Muruna Nanjele, because na experience will TJ.
Then
at least Karanati ye what of an amini along Comolsi Tragicrino, Catul Sifal, I met along Kali training so to well, Yagel, because on the first bite they meant train.
Very Carnasoro caring. Kari diamo ila diamo isa tembendi ya kanyandi punyim fanaye akana sorno tubabu count.
Okay, after 1996 I was approached by some of the officers. People of our caliber should try to come back to the institution to make the institution move forward, because at the time there was not enough training, because our badge was the first badge to be trained by the then Gambia Field Force.
Between 1996 tambitalom inata murikan nambam pure murunam prison department.
Yes, what will another approach na purunga murunanji.
At that time people were not well experienced in the prison department, so I was told to come back to the prison department.
So I accepted the offer. 1996 I went there. I served up to 1999.
Mr. Korta, let's stick to the protocol. Speak in Mandinka. What would be the interpretation? Or you speak in English. If you feel more comfortable speaking in English, then we can just stop the interpretation and we proceed. I just thought that the interpretation is important for those watching from home so that they understand exactly what's going on.
Okay, let's continue. See, there is an interpreter. Okay.
Okay. Please proceed in Mandinka.
Mandinka, okay. You know, sometimes it's difficult when you start this.
Between 10 and Romaniga come to say.
So 1996, Birinatang approach na puru nga fereke purka muruna.
So when I was approached in 1996
so
to try and to return back to the prison department, they told me about the changes that took place in the place.
So not a wakil, not convinced, not a wakil. Then not a 96.
I was convinced, and I returned back in 1996.
So you left in 1982.
Yes.
In 1982.
And you returned only in 1996.
So you returned in 1996.
Yes, sir.
So you were away from the service for about 14 years.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Could you tell us the people you were with in the service at around 1982 and thereabout?
Anyway, ndanga ala tentu woto bakele because ndala badge metol ndol mo tan sabani worolon min tata training school depot.
I thank God because my batch, we were 36 who trained at the depot.
So, o molbe kono dol fata dol mantra kendari dol velari so ngambra dol bajo dol mufla drone tuta prison throughout.
Amongst those, some died, some were sick, some were bedridden, and I think amongst all of the 36, only the 2 of us were around.
So ndela baji do bedinda ngabla onara promotion o soto abra kanila le kafa Thomas Charge wonata up to another deputy director general.
One of my batch mates who was from Kanilai, who was called Thomas Jaju, rose to the rank of deputy director general.
So birabarola nde ni wodron ne throughout.
I was with him throughout at that time.
3 years ago, Sanji Sabo commando offered another pension.
3 years later, he got pensioned.
So throughout, the Mambaji sort of mile to be
When did Thomas Jaju take his retirement?
Thomas Jaju, I had Hassan Jumale.
2016,
you are not sure, but I think it's 2016.
Thank you very much. Do you know a person called David Colley?
David Colley.
David Colley, yes.
I know David Colley, yes.
When did you first meet him?
Follow.
David Colley joined the prison in 1977.
When I joined the prisons in 1977,
David Colley system uniform.
At that time, I found David in the system, but he was not in uniform.
Because what on a cafeteria sort of bar.
At that time, we had a cafeteria, a bar.
Yes, so mol kana cannot drinks nyol minje. Official fanan kana drinks nyol minje. Outside nyol fanan kana drinks nyol minje.
Came there to have their drinks as well as officers.
What at the time David Colley barkeeper.
At that time, David Colley was the barkeeper.
As a barkeeper.
Mr. Korta, you should allow the interpreter to finish his sentence.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And when you left in 1982, was David Colley still in Mufti or was he in uniform at that time?
When I left, bring up 82.
When I left in 1982,
yes, nada nga uniform o jabala. Sergeant rank jabala.
I found him in uniform, yes. And he had a sergeant rank.
And throughout the first batch, police training school depot.
While I was there, we were the first batch to be trained by the field force at depot.
What at barkeeper?
But at the time, he was a barkeeper.
Because
at that time, they picked people randomly and incorporated them in the system, and there was no formal training.
Food drill. Yes,
they will take you for a food drill, and
yes, sir, yes, sir. Compliment or no band.
If you can just yes, sir, and are able to pay compliments, that's it.
Full training. Food drill, arm drill,
but to talk of full training, arm drill, that started with our badge.
Field force depot for 4 months.
They took us to the field force at depot, and we were trained for 4 months.
What will be David
at all of that time, David and the others were not yet there. When I returned,
depot commander
when I returned, I used to hear him say,
Mr. Korta, yes, Mr. Korta, allow the interpreters to finish.
Yeah. All right.
When I returned, I used to hear him say that I was an oddly for the depot commander and other things.
Yes.
I used to hear him say those things.
Okay, so
I saw him dressed in uniform. When I returned,
yes. So automatically I can't boss because I inspector rank sergeant.
He became my boss because he was an inspector and I was a sergeant.
Yes.
So you mean to say that in the intervening 14 years,
yes,
David Colley had formally joined the uniform cadre of the prison service and rose to the rank of inspector.
Yes.
Munda was sangolu kono etije wato mengo wiche okono ata dunta prison police doku oto ala palaso wulta wonyale hanfa na taka inspectoti wo wiche ole kono.
So
and when you rejoined the service, you joined at sergeant rank.
Yes.
So birita muruta nang ya ila murunam fulanjang wutumolem ya damuta sergeant ya palaso to.
Babral wato menanga mbe kopul lenung.
When I left, I was a corporal. When I was reinstated,
after 2 months,
I was promoted to the rank of a sergeant.
So,
can we take it now from there?
So, also in charge of reception.
I was taken to the reception.
So, what na DG Mimboda Jankunu Mane.
At that time, my former DJ, who was here yesterday, Mane,
then you will be reception.
I was with him at the reception.
Okay, all on the senior sergeant.
And he was my senior sergeant. I was deputizing him. Ibrahim Sisi and others were my juniors. Sisi and others.
Because reception
Kato ni mang nyin so de kana soro te keno la de.
Alright. So the manager will be reception je.
I was at the reception with Mane and others.
Alright. So the Mane koto.
I was deputizing Mane.
Up to 2000.
Up to 2000.
And what happened after 2000?
Bring 2000 tambita.
2000 99.
In 1999.
96 to 99.
My return was from 1996 to 1999.
So 1999.
I was there up till 1999.
I was responsible for reception.
I was at the reception.
The prisoner on admission.
When prisoners come in to be admitted.
Was all on all on the code.
Because that was our responsibility.
Reception admit.
At the reception there, we admit them.
Discharge.
We discharge them as well. And we also are in custody of their possessions. When they have been discharged,
they call a day before.
We call them a day before. They wash their belongings. Before that, we would have published the names of the prisoners who are going to be released for that particular month.
24 hours.
When your release time is less than 24 hours, we will call you to wash your belongings. You iron them. And then you be on standby. If your family members feel that they will bring you other clothes other than the ones you have with you, we will ask them to bring new clothes for you. We will pack them for you. And when you are going out, we'll hand them over to you.
But did you leave the service again in 1999?
Yes, I left.
Ibota do kola le 1999.
That was 1999 and then at do
I left to work in 1999.
And where did you move to?
Yes, 2000, not a bigger opportunity.
I saw a bigger opportunity.
So, we'll not approach. Because smaller behaving can appear as the another approach. Ko agent Nindo Kony, Nangani, Ninatanaje, Nita interviewer, it was succeed.
Someone approached me who was a PS there, who had the intention of me getting the job, and said to me that if I attended the interview, I would succeed.
2000, 1st of March.
That was in 2000, the 1st of March.
That interview.
I went for the interview. I went for the testing. And then I was employed there.
Rural Finance and Community Initiative Project.
That was the Rural Finance and Community Initiative Project.
RFC IPS, Ministry of Agriculture.
Under the Ministry of Agriculture.
So, both post Yana Kuntauru.
I was posted to Kuntawur.
So I'm from 2000 for 2006.
I was there from 2000 to 2006.
2006, OAU Ketanunjang.
2006, the OAU summit was hosted here.
So government not have experience and drive one mini along a currenta, a motor no, if it's a system okono, issue that a all projects me along under agriculture, government koto, parastatals, government projects, and central government drivers. Ye mobe convicta yana kotu.
Then the government announced that they wanted educated and experienced drivers who were in the government and also under the Ministry of Agriculture, and all of them converged at Kotu.
So another more commanded testing na je.
And
the
then
will be test.
They conducted a testing for us.
Over another lucky.
I was lucky also.
Another multi select.
And I was amongst those that were selected.
OAU submit to
take part in the OAU summit.
So another training now to Kotu training a certificate or din a certificate.
We had our training, and at the completion of which they gave us certificates.
So another post State House.
Then I was posted to the State House.
So you can take also can samba president al koto, foreign minister al koto, first ladies al koto, you post you be post you nyam.
And it was from there that we were posted to presidents, to foreign ministers, and to first ladies.
Yes. So Bureau program Banda.
At the completion of that program,
2006.
2006.
Then 2008.
In 2008,
Nata Muruna Janate David Fong Natang approach.
David approached me.
Which David?
David Colley.
David Colley.
He
said to me, I am now the head of the place.
Director General.
I am now the Director General.
Commissioner.
At that time, the highest rank was Commissioner.
So I'm the first Director General of Prisons.
And I am lucky that I am the first Director General of Prisons.
So
and now we have realized that everything that has transpired
put aside
between you and I, let's put it aside.
Why did he say that? Why did he say that?
Because confrontation
because there were a lot of confrontations between him and I.
Yes. So another in my residence, Brikama.
You came to my house in Brikama.
Yes. So all the time, because Babi
every time he comes around, there was a bar close to my house. Every time he comes to
Mr. Korta, allow the interpreters.
Sorry.
There was a bar close to my house, and each time he comes there, he would visit me.
All right. So
after we had all those discussions, I said to him, well, now you see that I am getting old.
Yes, because cannot be and
I don't have to report today and leave tomorrow and then come back again.
Because
I said to him, you know who I am, and I also know who you are.
Because he can approach all the time.
If you see that you are approaching me all the time, it's because of my efficiency.
And the nature of job.
And my nature of work.
Mr. Korta,
yes,
could you sit in a way that you'd be seeing me, so that when I want to intervene, you would know that I want to intervene.
Okay.
But if you give me your back. And also allow the interpreters. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Did you ultimately accept an offer from David Colley?
Yes.
Allow the interpreters.
Okay. Not accept, not
yes.
I promise me na
yes, I accepted and I returned that he will do as he promised.
What rank were you given?
I rank Jumale Dila.
So bring nata aina sajino murundenka.
When I returned, I was reinstated as a sergeant.
Because bring nata akonyo ko ibe doko minna ibe dami ibe muruna jelto because yo doko yo long kendek.
Because he had said to me that you'll return back to your former job because that is where you have more experience.
Because me baby it train.
Because all the people that are there now, you are the one that trained them.
Because ndeni mane benuje ye mane bondije.
I was there with Mane, and Mane was removed.
Juvenile justice wing yelta Joshua.
When the juvenile wing was opened at Joshua.
So Mane natakeje force fenkoti je OIC je officer in charge.
Mane became the first officer in charge of the place. Mane was there.
So akondanga na murun nanje.
And he said I should return there.
So when you returned, yeah, you were stationed at Mile 2 Central Prison.
Yes, in the Mile 2 Central Prison.
You can now respond.
Yes, sir.
Good. And respond in Mandinka so that it will be
reception to the headquarters.
Yes, I returned to the reception at the headquarters.
But as at this time, did you come to learn about the relationship between David Colley and Yaya Jammeh?
In Tembodung, inata bo kuolu kalamale menketa taranyoloti wala chokinyoloti David Colley ni Yaya Jammeh tema. Inata bo kalamale ba?
Ama kalamda.
Yes, I was aware.
Can you tell us what you understood their relationship to be like?
Afonye ngotumo itelumo fulo nyintemo David Colley ni Yaya Jammeh itemo benu nyamin. Ite memfahamu je femfonye ngotobang.
David was not a novice in the prison system. I was not a novice in the prison system. I know what their relationship was like. I know that both of them come from Kanilai. Because when we are going into Kanilai, as soon as you pass the fire service,
second compound,
David's compound is the second compound.
Yeah, but
Yaya was on his side also. He built his house there.
Weekend
He goes there on weekends.
In department
When departments go there also to work.
Our department
used to be hosted in that house.
Coordinate.
We coordinate those trips. When people are going on those trips, we publish them.
Yes, we now know that he has a home in Kanilai.
Yes.
All right. But tell us about the relationship between David and Yaya Jammeh.
Saying alone itemo chokinyolo membije bari saying ngalong ko fana David susu to Kanilai bari bitun silang atani Yaya Jammeh tema ila moya ila hadamaya.
As far as you know.
Ite mello njel laftole kalamolo.
Sang millono je malo ila hulu be nyame mawolo nte fola no. Biologically dental o mawolong.
What their blood ties are, whether they are whether they are biologically related or not, but I do know that they are both from Kanilai. And at that time, anyone that comes from Kanilai, they were always proud. They used to show off to everyone that they were related to Yaya. And nobody can deny that, because you are not a native of that place. All you know is they are both from Kanilai. And
do you recall giving a statement?
Yes,
yes.
Do you have a copy?
Yes, I have my copy.
Could you take a look at page 4 of your statement? And on the first theme, that is join the Gambia Prison Service, the second to last paragraph on that. This is what you said, and I will read it out. David Colley was given a contract by the former president Yaya Jammeh, a contract he held until the change of government happened, when he left as Director General. He was a stooge of former President Yahya Jammeh because they were all Jolas and from Kanilai. David Colley would do anything Jammeh wanted in the prisons. If the president can say in many occasions that the prison is his 5-star hotel, and besides, if people don't heed his words, they would know who David Colley is at the prisons. Is that what you said in the statement?
Yes.
Those are your words.
Those are the words of Yaya Jammeh and David.
No, the words we read out are your words.
Because
yes, those are my statements, and these are things we heard from him.
And let's break down the statement. You said David Colley was a stooge of Yaya Jammeh.
Because David Colley atemu Yaya Jammeh la sola kujorangoleti.
Can you explain that, please?
If
Because
he wanted something,
obviously,
if I do everything that you want, then you will put me amongst your people.
So what about Tabakan?
That was what operated then.
Everything, both legal and illegal, is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
That was what existed.
Is it min tilinta and min man tiling?
Yes, it's correct, yes.
Is it not what the law accepts and what the law does not accept?
What
because
the law accepts is what
not
min tilinta. What does the law doesn't accept a man tiling. That's the interpretation.
Okay.
You know, Mandinka language.
I would not quarrel with a Mandinka interpretation. But the two are not exactly the same.
Yes.
Min tilinta
that mean?
and min lawfulta may not be the same.
Yes.
But anyway.
Many lua tata.
Okay.
Lua in Mandinka is not an original Mandinka word. Lua, I understand, is a French word, but the Mandinkas adopted it. They used to say lua. Okay, so it's all the same. So, but in Mandinka, what is the truth or what is lawful, usually they say men lua tatanyola or men tilinta.
Min lua tatanyola
yes.
and min tilinta may be different.
Well, okay.
Min lua tatanyola, what tilinta le?
Well, I like Mandinka then. It means that everything is lawful, it's straight, and if it's not lawful, it's not straight. Yeah. That's fantastic. So law and morality coincides in that regard, Mr. Chair. Yes. In most places, where law and morality do not necessarily coincide. The two are different. There are two rivers that flow maybe in the same direction. Sometimes they converge, sometimes they don't. But that's quite interesting. Let's move forward. So you're telling us that David Colley was a stooge of Yahya Jammeh. Whatever Yahya Jammeh wanted, David Colley would do, whether good or bad, whether lawful or unlawful. That's your testimony.
Yes, sir.
We would come back to that. Okay. We would come back to that issue. And you now proceeded, you continue to work in the prisons. In 2008?
Yes.
2008.
Until when?
For Sanjuma.
Until for December, last December.
Until last December.
December 2019?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we take it that you know the prison service very well.
Well,
I was there for a long time, and I have a lot of experience.
So the first thing I would want you to tell us, from your experience, how or what is the understanding of the prison officers in this country as to the main purpose of the prison? What do they understand prison to be? What do they think is the purpose of the prison?
Ye mune fahamu ye mune lonko kaso fango a dalilo ning ala lotan kango mumuneti banko kang menu be do ko la kaso kono je itele kaso je munyadi la kaso dalilo mumuneti
yalo mulla jerinyal mankilia.
You know, people have different perspectives
nanya do ko kono mankilia
because the manner of coming to work was not the same. If you come through the back door, the way they explain things to you, you will take things that way. If you come through the main gate, the way you are told things, and the way you perceive things, and the way you are supposed to do things.
Give us both perspectives.
Okay, I'm going to start.
Let me begin with those that come through the back door. You sit to the exam and fail, or you don't even take the exam at all, or you go to the medical and you are dropped. But notwithstanding, you are employed, and you see yourself in the work, and then you know that my presence here is
bad example, Mr. Falto.
So I take you as an example.
Not through the back door.
If that happens, whatever they tell you, you wouldn't know the difference. You wouldn't know whether this is bad or otherwise. Whatever they tell you is what you see. And they are the reason for you being employed. That was the problem of many people there. They only concentrate on the individuals who assisted them to get the employment.
Out of 1,000 people,
out of 1,000 people, who sit to the exam and pass the exam,
medical exams pass.
You go to the medical examination.
Interview panel, pass.
You pass the. You pass. If you pass the medical examination, you go to the interview and pass all those processes, and then you begin work. If you are told to do this, you will know that this is correct or this is not correct. You know those.
What you have said, Mr. Korta,
yes,
it tells us about the attitudes of the people who work in the prison service.
Amunta yemme mfonyeten wo mumolu Kenya leti menumbe dokola nun kaso bundala.
But we will come to that at a later stage.
Nyaton tombe murula na otokane.
For now, I want you to tell us
laftale ya fonyeng
how prison officers
kaso dokulalu
understand the role of prisons to be. What do they understand prison to be? What is its role in society?
Italiye mune fahamu kaso la karola kaso dalilo mumenti kaso alotan kama fahamu mumenti jamaa kono itella fahamu roto laftole lonna.
General context kono.
This is what I'm saying under a general context.
As an example.
Let me take myself as an example.
Don't tell me yet about the attitudes.
Ijikolo kana ulfanya mfolo.
How they would respond to what they are told.
Eka jabirolu ke la kangol la nyami ka kumolu menu foye telekawlu ta nyami.
We will come to that later.
Mbina utole nyatondo.
Now what I want you to tell me
Sai lafta ite memfonye
is what is your understanding
ite fangola jero ila fahamuro mu muneti
as to the purpose of prisons.
Kaso fango dalilo mu menti.
Kana jel dote.
That is where I'm heading to.
Please
Yes. Very self.
Yes.
Which is why
understand nyami.
The way I understand it, and the way I know the prisons is supposed to be operated, and also what is a prison.
Correction center.
It's a correction center.
You mistake
You commit a mistake in the outside.
You had a competent court.
You are taken to a competent court.
Authentic document
We came with an authentic document.
6 months period. 6 months period.
Which says that you are to be in prison for 6 months.
What 6 months okono?
Within that 6 months,
prison officer doko nyanda kala minute.
What should be the work of the prison officers?
They reform.
To help you to reform.
Reform ta.
If you are reformed, you return back home.
Society kono.
You'll be able to fit into society and be able to fit back into your home. And also for you to realize the mistake that you have committed and not to repeat it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you tell us whether the prisons in Gambia were run specifically for the purpose you have just mentioned?
Koite ya sata te nyaming kasolu betama kan wala nyama numbang Gambia jang.
First prisons Damin Kalamta kon 1997 colonial time will kono watolo.
Yes.
So 1997 they joined la je wato minna.
During the colonial
from 1977.
Kadafo mbabula wato min 82.
82. All right.
82.
From the colonial times from 1977 to 1982 when I left.
Wato ala died from the madama.
That time, even the diet alone,
even
the officers used to partake in the meals.
Because that's more.
Because the breakfast,
the full bread.
You get a full bread with butter,
tea,
with milk,
sugar,
and sugar.
Lunch.
They cook rice and with palm oil. And when oil is used to cook the food, you know that
yes.
When they use oil to cook, you know that this is oil. And when they use palm oil,
you're talking about the diet.
Yes.
Just a moment. I am talking about the objectives that underlie the management and the administration of the prisons. The issue is you told us that the prison is to reform people. Was the prison in Gambia run with that objective in mind?
saya ka menyinin ka wodun yewo kumolu menu fo nya kaso dalilo mumendi fodun Gambia jango tumo kasolu dumbe tama kan wole nyama bang
mbolo fo kan ko kaso be tama kan
yalo ete dunta domorole kono domorole na ku ko
domorola.
Okay.
I started with the diet. That was the way.
You told us 1977 to 1982.
Yes.
It was like that.
It was like that, yes.
Okay, when you returned in 1996 to 1999, was it like that?
1996 kata 1999 wo ku kilingola bije bang fo falin ne taraje
falin lin kata jele.
There was a little difference.
Could you tell us what was the change?
Yes, o watol no.
It was at the time.
Diet fulale bije.
At that time there were two diets.
Kava diet A and diet B.
Called diet A and B.
Bring nata muruna 96.
When I returned back in 96,
mo diet taraje.
I did not find those
only
diets.
One diet.
There was only one diet.
Difference
that was the difference.
But you are talking about food and diet.
Food, all on diet, don't have a diet A and B, because food A and food B.
Yes.
Diet A and diet B, that cover the food
that's
program,
true.
yes.
No, but what I am talking about is you told
management
us.
Because diet is management. Good management, even good diet la produce la.
The diet was
inmates. Bad management, you expect bad food to the inmates. So it's part of management, good management team.
That may be true. You are absolutely right. But what I am talking about is whether the prison was run in a way that would ensure that the inmates would be reformed by the time they are discharged. Niye monati kasola ala taro wuce okonoje yalo ifawe nyimfoko purka mari faling yo bari silang abegu tembo itela murunam fulanjang kasobe tama kan nyameng fodum hanimbe ato kukilingule bije o tilingule bije puru na mari nataje jannabe bola jay faling akawton dinkirale nyininka
ani administration on mankilia.
No, the administrations were not the same.
Because nga kalamta in 77 nyol kono 80s nyol kono.
Because I recall in the 77 around 80s
of civil servant or dolu nata mile 2.
Some civil servants came to mile 2.
Be will dolu.
Today some of them
responsible battle
are very responsible.
Well, most of Gambian will from Malanko will nene la kasoto.
And most Gambians don't even know that they ever spent a night at the mile 2.
Mini 77 kopto 80s nyol kalamta.
Those who are aware of the period between 77 and the 80s.
But say indino olmeni wuluta 90s nyol kono late 80s kana 90s konto date. Wolne ma lon fanko wolne la kasoto. It is a system okon. They will know system okon do retired.
They will know about that, but those that are born in the 90s will not even know about this.
Well, are very responsible people.
Today they are very responsible.
Woli ajeko dega prison will succeed will la karola.
Those so that the prison had a success on their side.
So abola nyama.
That's the way it is.
So bring system of falinta signing, administration of falinta.
When the system changed, the administration changed. The difficulties of the prison.
The objective of prison can put aside.
They put aside the objective
from 94 to date
of the prisons.
After 2017.
Which started from 1994.
Yes. What will prison as a punishment center?
Okay, so nga auto kanasor. Amunta yenye na foko. Kasola mara linya falinta kabu 1994 kana 2017 amunda kaso dalilo kateli ya fahamu nu nyame mfoloto wala falinta 1994 le. What he's saying is that the objective of the prison to reform people completely changed from 1994 to 2017.
So you're saying that from 1994 onwards the purpose of prisons became for punishment of inmates and not for the rehabilitation of or reform of the inmates. That's what you're telling us.
Amunda wala koto mnyindiko kama 1994 kana 2017 sayin kaso dalilo falintale wala mnyindi yake nyindam manetiko kamolu kulu dimindingu la je bari manke nyindi pour kamolu faling amunta etel natalo wala silo kan fokana 2017 sankono.
What are your reasons for arriving at that conclusion? I know you have told us about bad management and bad food. do you have other reasons for telling us that the objective of prison changed from reform and rehabilitation to mere punishment?
Sayang amunta fay dalila do sodol wayre yenyum foko domori Kenya falinta ani mararo fanan Kenya falinta fay dalila do lu soton ne bang men ya lon ko wole mu dalilol ti men ya lon ko wole fana ye kaso Kenya falin ye jeke mo tlimbalia dinkira doronneti bari abukam mo kulu kam mo falin ko nunto abe nyamin fo dalila do lu bijele bay semen fono
because minketa
what happened was that
interference lebije outside interference lebije
there was outside interference
all the time.
From where to where?
From 94 to 2017.
From 94 to 2017.
Outside interference coming from who?
Munta bantala kolu kabonam bantala wo kabonam jumale bulu pour
kabul executive order.
Yes. They used to call it the executive order.
Yes.
And which executive are we talking about?
Executive
order kaso kono kai kai. Executive order is from State House.
Each time executive order is mentioned is from the State House.
From who in particular in State House?
State House?
The head of state. Niko executive order kai is the head.
Head of state. Each time you hear executive order is the head of state.
And which individual are we referring to?
Head of state.
Oh, the deposed Yaya Jammeh.
That was the deposed Yaya Jammeh.
So in essence, you're telling us that Yaya Jammeh was interfering in the management of the prisons.
Because
that was what our head used to tell us.
Directly.
Because we never spoke directly with Yaya.
Order passing head of state
he comes and
stand by.
He comes and gives us order to say that the head of state says this. The head of state says that 5 people are coming in the evening and be on standby.
So you've told us that the purpose of the prison, the objective of the prison changed from reform and rehabilitation to detention and punishment.
Kabo kuluro nim falindiro to sayanga nata nyinda manne to drong kamolu sindije ke tajireya aning ke soron kasola drong.
And you've told us that you've mentioned 3 important reasons for your conclusion that the prisons change.
Ye dalila kumasa bafo men keta falinguti kasola otumo.
The first is bad management.
Follow wole marali jawoti.
The second is bad food.
Fulanja wole domori jawoti.
And the third is interference by Yaya Jammeh.
Sabanja wole nyinti ko Yaya Jammeh kakulu kangolu di puru nyanta menkela kasola.
Do you have another reason?
For dalila do bije bang.
La nyati ladula.
That's
la Kenya. Cell condition.
That is the condition of the cell.
And what else?
Animu.
And what else?
Animu.
How about the statements by Yaya Jammeh, which you mentioned in the paragraph that I read out from your statement? Here you said Yaya Jammeh says in many occasions that the prison is his 5-star hotel.
And
people should know who is David Colley at the prisons. How would you interpret that?
Hello, I David empowered.
That is to say that he empowered David.
Public gathering.
If a president should stand in a public gathering and says that if people are not careful,
a 5-star hotel.
They will go to his 5-star hotel.
Because I good manager.
Because he has a good manager there. That shows to people that he is the CEO of the prison. The executive of the prison.
David general manager.
And David is the general manager.
So
that was what existed.
So that all interpretation on you.
That is the interpretation.
But what other information is he conveying by labeling the prison a 5-star hotel?
So kibar juma dole fana bije mo si men jeno pour dalilo men ako kasomu ala 5-star hotel let.
Because me never caring.
What existed was,
it a big man outside.
You are a big man outside.
Or a politician
or you are a politician.
Or in public figure
or a public figure.
Ajako any lawyer conflict lesoto.
And he realizes that you have a conflict with the law. You'll ask them to bring you there. When you come there, he will not want you to have any of your rights respected.
State House, mile 2.
But because he will not come from State House to come to mile 2,
the general manager,
the general manager, his general manager that is there, whatever situation he wants you to be put under, he will narrate it, relate that to him, and he will interpret that instruction to the officers.
Officer who violate.
And any officer who violates those instructions, you see yourself in another thing. That was what existed then.
We want to understand you. So are you suggesting that Yaya Jammeh used to put people in the prisons for the purposes of punishing them unlawfully? And he would use David Colley to implement his orders. Is that your testimony? Anyone in this country, you know exactly what the prison is.
It know it. Common sense is prison is a punishment center or hotel. Even prison hotel.
You will not stand and refer to the prison as a hotel.
So, often interpretation of Katandi Molako hotel on you that tells us that punishment center on you.
So, for anyone to hear that the prison is a hotel is obviously to say that it's a punishment center.
Yeah, because being a hotel
because we know
you go there for enjoyment.
We know what the hotel is like. You go there for enjoyment.
Punishment center follow no gym hotel.
But you cannot refer to a punishment center.
So you cannot call it a hotel. You are provoking the system.
You cannot refer to a punishment center as a hotel.
I understand perfectly what you are saying, but I just still want to bring back the question I asked, yes, and I want you to answer that question more directly.
Yes.
You stated earlier that if Yaya Jammeh wanted to punish politicians or other people, he would send them to the prisons, and David Colley would ensure that their rights are not respected in prisons.
Ikaferole ke yenati kasola andu akanyin kangole di David Kolila ite mari la nyantolu wolu mukuleti ite temenu sotonna kaso kono je amunta kulbe lari ngol nyam
abelari wala nyama because
that was the way things were, because
ordinary prisoners jolteng
for the ordinary prisoners
imantara comfortable le nyawo nyambari o much problem mantara encounter kanje.
They were not comfortable, but they did not encounter many problems as such.
Like politicians.
Unlike the politicians.
Like civil servants, top civil servants.
And top civil servants.
And businessmen.
As well as businessmen.
So all can jail to be punished.
So that category, they come there to be punished.
Physically.
Physically.
Mentally.
And mentally as well.
Psychologically.
Psychologically.
Yes, because family man.
As a family man.
You can look at the chair.
Yes, as a family man.
Yes.
Head of your family. Yes, somebody yes in the black killing.
As a head of your family, you are brought you are made to sit at one place, and even your family does not know where you are.
Yes, somebody ever seen black killing.
They brought you and park you in one place.
Ima right to communicate.
And you are told that you have no right to communicate to anyone. They will not inform your people. You will have no visitor.
Outside.
You will not get any food
by force.
You will not get any food from the outside. You'll eat prison food by force. Is there any punishment?
You cannot, if you explain why I'm in jail.
Is there any punishment that surpasses that as a family man, and you are not told exactly what your offense is?
That's a terrible situation. And these are the things we want to discuss in greater detail.
Because
yes, so,
in those days.
So let's start.
Yeah.
Let's start with the admission.
Yes.
Into the prison. Yeah. Tell us what is the proper procedure. And then we will discuss what used to happen with regards to particular categories of detainees. So tell us what is the procedure for admitting detainees or prisoners into the prison.
I mean from onset.
What I said earlier on.
Prison.
The prison.
Up to 1994.
Up to 1994.
We have two categories of prisoners.
We had two categories of prisoners.
A remand prisoner.
We had a remand
waiting
prisoner.
Trial.
Waiting for trial.
And convict prisoner.
And convicted.
Having his term.
Prisoners serving his term.
Whether death roll or life roll or term of sentence. Period. These are the only categories there.
Thank you very much. Okay. To be admitted inside the prisons, yeah. Tell us what needs to be brought. To the prison authorities.
Yes, before 1994.
Just as I was saying earlier on, before 1994, whether you are a remand prisoner,
police will escort now.
The police will escort you.
Courthouse messengers, bail assistants.
Or the bail assistant.
Well, bad messengers.
Or the badge messenger.
Well, the authentic document from court.
They will come with authentic documents from the court.
A party so you are remanded.
Indicating that party so is to be remanded.
Remand warrant.
He will come with a remand warrant.
By a competent magistrate.
Signed by a competent magistrate.
For a period of 1 week.
For a period of 1 week.
1 month or few days. Whatever you indicate warrant obala. Keep admit from the main gate, highway. Eba start la jelto.
Whatever is on the warrant, you'll be admitted and beginning from the main gate with whom you came with.
No, the name of the prisoner will be on the warrant and the term. Then escort name arrive, also
your escort
will be written at the gate there.
The name of your escort.
If you have any government valid documents with you, serial number will be registered.
Your escort's name will be written, and if you are in possession of any valid Gambian document, the serial number of the document will be written down.
If there remand wing,
and then you'll be taken to the remand
officers
wing.
There.
When you get to the remand wing, you are processed.
For authenticity, verify.
The officers there will look at the document whether it is authentic.
Now authenticator, they authenticate already.
If they verify it,
then you receive.
Then they will receive you.
In a particular small table.
We take all of your documents.
All your belongings.
All of your belongings are taken.
How about for a convicted prisoner?
Yes, I'm starting with the remand force.
I know. I want you to move on to.
Okay. The same thing goes on convict prisoner for now.
The same thing applies to the convicted
prisoner. The main gate.
When you come to the main gate.
You're not on board a vehicle.
If you come on board a vehicle
registration number.
They will take down
the escort vehicle registration and police motor along.
They will take the vehicle registration number.
DPF 5.
Before the Silang Wodo, Ningman chance didn't take a Nasoro Kerala.
The police motor along.
If it is a police vehicle,
registration number
they will jot down the number of the vehicle.
The police officers on board.
The names of the police officers on board.
The escorting officers on board.
The escorting officers on board.
Including the driver.
And the driver.
And then the name of the prisoner.
And the prisoner's name as well.
It will be at the main gate.
All of them will be taken down at the main gate.
Yela fenko nying check.
Mumfeng.
They'll check your document.
And
then they'll allow you to pass. When you get inside,
even a reception.
You go to the reception.
Remand without remand. Convict without reception.
Remand will go to reception, and the convicted will go to reception.
No.
Remand will go to the remand wing.
Would go to
The
reception.
convict will come to the reception.
Yes. Many had bedami reception, but cannot ye.
Many that's where the reception
You can
is.
follow reception letter.
You start at the reception.
Yes. Bundada babi je jandi ka du many had. Ika taro close rin.
That's a main door there which is always closed.
So if that reception,
When you get to the reception,
ibela fenko follow jibela. Because I can't say escorters you will be a name tala saying.
at that time they would have jotted down the names of the escort.
If a warrant or check la ka verify.
They will look at the warrant to verify it.
Ala ka jibe fa authenticator fa mo because sometimes errors ke tarajel.
To check whether it is authentic or not, because sometimes there are errors in there.
Oni error tije.
If there are no errors,
Then a prisoner ni ya hand over ya, police will ya hand over ya.
then the prisoner will be handed over to the police.
The police will hand over the prisoner.
Yes, police will be a prisoner you hand over to you.
The police will hand over the prisoner to the prison officers.
A receipt or draw.
Then you draw a receipt.
Yes, it means you sign. It means you receive. If you go reception officer ni.
You, the reception officer,
You sign.
you will sign the document,
A receipt or kundu.
and
You will cut the
cut the
receipt.
receipt
Ya the police onion.
and hand it over to the police.
Yes, Mr. Witness. So, in essence, to enter the prison as an inmate, you needed to have either a remand warrant,
Yes.
okay,
Or to convict warrant.
or a convict warrant.
Yes.
So, committal warrant or a convict warrant.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Fue mari nin kaiti senu yenaje memba itan lako nyim mari bitari manle wala ya nyin kitindile ya soronne abita kasobal abita kasole ko.
Nyim fulo dronda bije.
What used to happen after 1994?
Sila 1994 kola muna dunkanake.
After 1994, nde murunda na wato minna.
After 1994, at the time that I returned,
Nada nga column dole taraje.
I found another column
Afole detain column.
called the detained column.
Mol sambaranje.
They bring people there,
Ni document bikana.
and they came without any document.
Ye sambaranje minna.
The reason for their coming there,
Mo bika long.
nobody usually knows. All they say is that he is from,
executive order long.
he is from the NIA
Indorono.
an
Na ye
executive.
detain ye.
Yo nso amunta wotembo niemen nati ka folo nyim NIA le ka nati je ko abota NIA wala nyim mari executive order le ya nati je bari kaiti bukana
No, ka fole detain.
e ka folo drone deteni wala nyinti ko mutamo.
Under the law, the Prison Act,
Loi même fo kasola loi
was that lawful?
wodun ni loi tata nyola le bang kamo nati je wonya.
Adiko only law mantadi.
Not at all.
More detained without fenkonye reason tije.
That was not in line with law.
Any documents manna.
Detaining anyone, someone without
order
this.
dronda ko kenodi.
You cannot detain anybody without documents. That is done only on executive orders.
Yes.
Did the,
Bari iben solale de niman son te kana
Right,
soro
okay.
kenola.
All right.
did the prison officers know that it was unlawful?
Kaso kono do kulal dum.
Admit a person into the prison without any documents, without any lawful order?
Fodu wotumo menu be do kola je ya lonne ko ni nilluwa manta nyola kamona ti je wonya anin kaiti manna anin femfe manna ka foko alinyi muta jang fo kaso bunda do kulalu fo ya lonne ko ni luwa manta nyola
Yalo nak.
They knew it.
Adi ka tandia mari la ko. Yalo ndolo me sambana njang. E don sembete na ndol sine mutana ndol ko mo sambana njang.
But you make it known to the person that they are there not because of your own behest, that we have no power to bring anybody there.
So you can counsel le pour I understand.
So you counsel them to understand you
Oh itente.
that it is not you.
It just ka mutalon mini sambana ni sula tale ne kama ye samba.
Your role is just to keep them, and those who brought them there, if they needed them anytime, they could come
So
back.
ite ka
And
min
get them.
kan odron.
So the only thing you could do,
Jamale ya sambana.
who brought him,
Wala min tole.
where is he from,
Ini moto jamal nata.
in what vehicle did they come in,
You will be enter diary kon.
you entered all of those details in the
Ina ta
diary.
kama fana.
When they come to collect
Wala na ta
again,
kama.
who comes to
Time
collect,
jama.
what time,
Because je mol believe the time la bakel any movement.
because there's a lot of belief in time. Any
Ka be
movement
time le.
that happens is timed.
Date.
date
We ka be safere.
You write them down all.
So o system o bijele.
That was the system that existed.
You receive?
So that's what we do, receiving. That's all.
Who gave the prison's officers the authority to accept inmates without any lawful authorization, without any warrant?
Jumale silang, jumale yo kango di prison official la. Puru ka molu natije ke muta, o yatara wol ning kaiti wo kaiti manna.
Ayalo ndol ba fala director general.
You know, for us, we will say it's the Director General because he usually gives us the orders.
Because an example.
I'll give an example.
In most cases, tarajama watu kono.
In many cases,
the
detainees don't usually come
information also
without us getting information.
As a operation commanding,
he will call operations.
Well, any senior officer
or any other senior officer
administrative top management kono
in the top management and inform them that
security wing.
Those are the security wing.
Alert.
To alert them.
Depending on their number.
If it is 3, 4, or 6 people.
Your cell will prepare.
To prepare those cells. Because people are coming in. He will not tell you who specifically.
5 people or 6 people.
All they tell you is 5 or 6 people are coming.
Prepare
those cells.
Stand by.
And be on standby.
What can I say?
Let no one go home. Wait for them.
That's a CJ the whole night.
Sometimes you sit there the whole night and they will not come.
The
next morning they'll bring them. So that was how things happened.
Yes.
So in such instances, when you receive the instructions of the Director General, those people who are brought would normally be brought without any papers. Is that your testimony?
Monta silang ko nin Director General yo kango dialla. Ibo mulu menu nati la je wonya. Ikaulu nati wonya le nin kaiti wo kaiti bukana amunta sayeng amunta ila kumukango moldi.
Wala nankafo editedi.
That is why they are called detainees.
Document you remand prisoner. Ni convict prisoner. But you detain later. No, that tells you that there is no document.
They have no documents. If they were for remand, we refer to them as remand. And if they were convicted,
so in a sense, what you are telling us is that this category of people were detained on the authority of Yaya Jammeh and nothing else.
Amunta womolu menu kana je wonya menu nin kaiti bukana. Amunta Yaya Jammeh la kango doron ne ka kendi ikawlu muta nan kasola je.
From here to David, because amari bota NIA amombo State House.
Even if the person is from the NIA and not the State House.
Prison.
If a detainee comes to the prison.
David Mamin Kalabut.
There's no detainee that comes to the prison without
David convict.
Without David knowing it. Even if it's a minister. Even if it is a minister.
Detainee meet. I'm possible I'm kalamta because I tell the NIA you can communicate to that. NIA you bafula tele ko detain karisotole this man is coming, this big man is coming. We have a big fish today. Karikananan. Then I have to communicate to the officers.
Is that the kind of language they would normally use?
Yes, so yes, they say big fish. The man is a big man. They say the big fish. One of the big fish is coming today. So that's a common word now. So people are used to such things.
You told the commission that in such instances, David would give instructions for the security wing to be prepared.
Amunta nyim for commission enko niyo nyomo bekela amunta David le ka for official enko security wing alije parendi.
Yes.
Under the Prison Act,
kasol dunna loi lari ngokoto.
What category of prisoners should be detained at the security wing?
Mummo façon juma ñolle ñanta tala security wing.
You know, sometimes near my security wing.
When you hear security wing, sometimes
Moldolka interpret nyaming aning abe nyaming is different.
People interpret it differently from what it is.
Because security wing for a section or lesser.
Because there are different sections within the security wing.
Maximum security wing, yes.
There is a maximum security wing.
It's a very big cell.
Which is a big cell.
Convict prisoners,
for the convicted prisoners. Those that could not fit inside are brought there.
But Nima long.
But if you do not know,
prisoner maximum security wing.
If you hear that a prisoner is taken to the maximum security wing,
because layman outside it, security window is a punishment center. So you are under punishment.
You would think that the person is being punished because the layman outside, each time they hear that somebody is taken to the security wing, they assume that the person...
What I'm driving at is, whether is it for remand purposes or only for convicted prisoners?
Remand bang fodum yemenu sorong fokapare.
Security wing
the way
remind odol kata jele.
Sometimes those on remand used to go to the security wing. The convicts to go there.
Detaining you will be katara world.
As for detainees, all of them are there.
Is it lawful to keep detainees in the security wing?
Fodu nyini luwa tatale mo mutaringo lumenu amunda menu ninkaiti bina bukana.
Or remand prisoners?
Mala remand prisoners kaulu samba security wing fodu ni luwa tatale ba.
Yalo amunda ko investigation on the wrong commission of the baladoku wala.
It's like the investigation is ongoing. The commission is on its work.
But
we all know that
gross human right violation.
Wherever there is gross human rights violations,
law can silence water.
The law is always silent. We all know that.
We just left
Was the law silenced at that time?
Human right violation, there is no law. When they are to satisfy you,
each time you hear...
Was that what was happening at the Mile 2 prisons?
If that was not what existed, why would there be a detainee?
We want you to tell us. We want you to tell us. You are the one who was there. We were not. We want you to tell us whether the security wing was used unlawfully to detain non-convicted prisoners.
Laftale ko security wing for wotumo ka molu natileje ke sorong meni alon ko me kitindi loi me sorong foi kawlu mutaje
yalon be min fokan.
What I am saying,
dictatorship.
A dictatorship.
Nalbe dictatorship koto.
If you are under a dictatorship,
gross violation of human rights. Yalo is order of the day.
Gross violation of human rights is usually the order of the day.
Whether it's illegal or not legal, Ibiko consider.
And they don't consider whether it's legal or not legal.
Because all they're caring.
That was what existed.
In the first place, for somebody without a document.
In the first place, should you take someone to a prison without any document?
We have gone past that threshold. We now know.
No, these are examples.
Yes, let me just finish. We now know people were detained unlawfully.
Yes.
In Mile 2 prisons. Yes. Now, what I want is the next step. Whether people were also being unlawfully detained inside the security wing. Yes or no?
Laftalo na lefodum. Ika molu mutaleke samba security wing. Meni lua mantanyol.
That is where the detainees were.
In document manna.
They came with no documents.
And that was unlawful.
We all know that.
There are two things.
We repeat it.
There are two things here. Yes. I just want clarity. There are two things here. The first is the unlawful admission into the prison. That is without a paper.
That's unlawful.
The second one is having already been unlawfully admitted into the prison. That person is unlawfully detained in the security wing. Was that second scenario occurring at Mile 2?
Detainee's home was there. That was where it could happen.
I take it that your answer is yes.
Yes, sir.
Good, thank you. Can you give us examples?
So you
remember? You want me to name a few people I can remember?
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Or you want me to write or I say it openly?
It's your choice. If you feel comfortable saying it.
Well, it's more than as an example.
I can name a few individuals as examples.
The current managing director of Gamtel, CDJT, he was detained there for so long, I cannot even remember when, for 2 occasions. No document.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
He was discharged. He came, I said send him back again, 2 occasions.
No document.
No document.
Nothing.
Nothing, absolutely.
Good. All right, thank you.
And the second one is, I could remember Usman Jammeh, the then Deputy Minister of Agriculture.
Yes.
Example, the same thing happened to him also.
No document.
No document.
Do you know of an occasion when a prison officer has protested the admission of these people into the prison without any document?
Fodo ibota kalamale prison dokula officer sotontale melne balanta ka foko nyimolu men ye natite nin kayti manna amanyankela ni loi manta fo prison dokula sotontale melne balanta wala ba.
Yes, mulka balande mulka ke, but at the end of the day ke sofale.
Yes, people were there who protested, but who suffered at the end of the day.
From what? Suffer from what?
Punishment.
They were punished.
Demotion.
Demoted.
Immediate transfer. By who?
By the Director General. Because I subordinate in Lesotho.
Because he had his subordinates.
They will be observing
and
your relation with some of these people, inmates.
Amunta ateye molle soto je melnu katara e korosirola do kulalu ni wo muta molu tema.
Yes. Those ya fay ko karbe trafficking nela nkani nyini je bakele nkani nyini je bakele aka communicate with their family ya start ke monitor.
They could tell him that so and so is trafficking, is communicating
so the next
with
minute,
the inmates. And before you know, you are into something that you don't even know.
Because it's one scenario for Nunja.
I can also tell you another scenario.
One of our officers, though the time they spend courthouse.
Although I spent most of my time at the courthouse.
Because I started mile 2 back.
Because I'm not always frequently at mile 2.
Official duties will be officers book phone call based sign. Then they can most of time they spend courthouse.
When I get in the morning after signing my books and done all my official work, I used to go to court.
All that period, Momo bita court.
All that time, anyone that goes to court.
Except detainees. Except detainees. Yes, bail court prepare.
I go to court, prepare their cases.
Momo bita court room momento.
And people.
Appear the magistrate or Jojo mi nyati lengola.
The courts that they are going to.
Prepare.
The magistrate to whom they are going to appear. I was the chief escort.
So, one day nata.
I came one day
courthouse, no problem
from the courthouse, and I found that problem there. One of my officers called Cisse. They came to pick up Lantombong.
Night.
In the night. According to what he said,
nothing was wrong with him.
He was fit and nothing was wrong with him. When they left with him, they returned back with him later. And he couldn't stand. So he said to them, when this guy was leaving this place, he was not in this state. So how am I going to admit this man in this state? If something happens to him later, the prison officers will be accused of doing it to him. And it would not be. And in fact, it's not, and there was a push and pull without. They left him there.
The next minute,
they picked up the boy. Nobody knew what happened. I never knew anything about his case again.
Just recently, drug squad.
Until recently, that I heard that he's with the drug squad.
Never program drug squad.
I have a program at the drug squad. I went there. We greeted and we shook hands.
And what happened in the intervening period?
So, Munaketa wo wuche okono, biring ataniwo molio Korta mandije.
You know, I was not there. I came back and I heard the news. But since
invite no to come, explain.
His name has been mentioned here, maybe he will be invited to come here.
Did you see him again in the prison service since that day?
No, since then, I didn't know.
Since then, I did not see him again.
Can we safely say that he was removed from the prison service?
About him.
That is what I can say because I did not see him. I did not know his whereabouts.
Prison would lalti.
Prison is a place which, after some time, people were very, very cautious the way they deal with one another.
Before you and I will talk,
before you and I will talk,
confidence
has to be built before. And there has to be trust prior to that discussion. Because otherwise we will not discuss certain things.
So now we have talked about the unlawful admission of people into the prisons.
Yes.
Now let's, I think it's time for the first break, Mr. Chair. It's past. I am watchless today, so thank you, Mr. Kambi, for letting me know. So we go on break.
Yes, Council, if you are ready, we can take a 30-minute break and come back. But
I think I am ready, Mr. Chair, unless if you want me to proceed. But I think I'm ready.
I will indulge you a little bit, though, if you don't mind. Council, witness, and two Mandinka interpreters, if you can come to the front desk here just for 2 minutes of logistics consultations.
Oh, thank you.
But we will take a 30-minute break and come back at 12:10.
Can we do that while the break is on? When
That's exactly what I want.
Right, thank you.
Come right away.
All right.
The two interpreters, witness, if you don't mind, just come to the desk out here with council. It's logistics consultations I want to have with you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Meeting is